And welcome to a table rant. This is our weekly power review, and this is actually going to be our last power review for a year almost because this week was the season finale, and a lot to say. Let's get the big fish out the way. Finally, Angela, she's not dead, but maybe she did. But if you know one thing about roaches, if you ever had roaches, is roaches don't die. And I'm pretty sure Angela
What kind
is
of supersonic roaches are you dealing with?
Angela's not dead. We live in the South. We live in Houston, so our roaches are the size of.
We don't have roaches.
No, we don't. But I'm saying like the city of Houston, the roaches are about this big.
Those are the tree ones.
Hey, the fact of the matter is, Angela's not dead. Cause if she was dead, we would have actually seen her die on screen. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time when they do a big death, you actually see the death. Like, you see the body and stuff. So, I don't think Angela's dead. Or is going to die.
I don't think so either. I mean, the first thing I said, I was like, well, it looks like she got shot on the right side. Maybe she's good. Like, it's not where her heart is. I don't think she's dead either. But I do think that in regular Tommy fashion, he has...
I don't disagree. I don't disagree with what Tommy did.
I do.
If he was only there to kill Angela. But he wasn't.
First of all, yes, he was.
I thought he was there to kill Ghost, but he killed Angela, so he was like, I'll take it.
He's not trying to kill Ghost. He's trying to hurt Ghost.
Well, yeah, but I mean, when he got there, it's clear that he was shooting at Ghost, and Angela pushed him out the way, so he would have been cool with either one.
But they both were right there, so he could have got either one. I think that he wanted to shoot Angela, and I think that the goal was, let me hurt Ghost, because he's living with the stress every day of knowing that he has killed people that are close to him. Mm-hmm. And I think he wanted Ghost to feel the same thing.
Well, let's talk about Tommy, because Tommy actually finds out that Ghost is the one that planted the evidence to the Italians that his father was a rat. But what bothers me about it is Tommy is sitting there saying like, oh, why didn't Ghost tell me? When Ghost has been telling him this whole time, your father should not be trusted. Don't trust him. Don't listen to him. And Tommy has been historically, not only with his father, but with anybody Ghost tells him not to trust.
Not wanting to listen.
He doesn't want to listen. So
maybe he felt like it doesn't matter that you were telling me you felt like you shouldn't have trusted. When you had hard, cold evidence, you should have came to me. Maybe that's where he's at.
Maybe, but at the end of the day, Tommy would have, if you know anything about Tommy, Tommy would have been like, well, where'd you get this information from? This is not real, blah, 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 blah. But Tommy's he's like the definition of having truly like having a girlfriend. You tell your girlfriend 1,000 things and she'll never listen to you. She'll hear from somebody else that's not you. Boom. Now she believes it.
No,
that's how it works.
I think that's like having children.
Maybe
because you tell your child 1,000 things and they don't listen. Because I know for a fact my mom would be like, "You listen to your coach before you listen to me."
I mean, what's the difference between having a girlfriend and having kids? I mean, they're the same.
They're not.
You treat them with the same level of care. So anyway, so Tasha has old boy come back, or old boy comes back for Tasha. Move on.
I'm just listening to you talk. Go ahead.
And freaking so like, I hate him. Like so much.
You hate everybody.
I know, true. That's true. But I hate, like, why are you so in love? Like, he's so in love with Tasha that he doesn't think. Like, Tasha told him, he was like, so you want me to rat on Ghost and have the father of my kids, one of which is fucked up already. We didn't see him in this episode, actually. One of which is fucked up already. You want me to send their father to prison for life, more than likely, or for a long time. That makes sense to you? Like, are you that in love that you can't think of common sense? Like, he's like, I'm not a girl, so I don't know what it feels like, but for what I think it feels like, he's like a clingy boyfriend, and I can see why girls don't like clingy boyfriends because of guys like him. Like, he's so like, it's like too much, too quick. Like, we smashed once and you in love with me. I mean, like, when they had smashed that one time, now he's in love with her. It's just like, I just like, something about him I don't like. I don't know.
I think that his mindset is like, I'm just trying to save you and I'm trying to help you, so go along with it because I'm trying to save you. And I think that the issue is, and he said it, he was like, you know, you're only innocent literally, but not technically. But I don't think he realizes
morally.
that.
He said
Morally, that's what it was, but not technically. But I think that he doesn't realize that this has gone on since before they had kids, and she's not innocent morally either.
We have seen Tasha kill people. We have seen Tasha
because the reality
hide
is that if something happens to him, she is going down.
Yes.
And I think she's trying to keep him at bay, which she should, and not tell him too much, even though she's told him enough. But
yeah, she told him too much already, but she's trying not to tell him too much, as you said.
But what I did find interesting was I wonder if Ghost killed him because he felt that he was going to be a snitch, or because he was mad that he just watched his wife have sex with someone else.
Right, because they smashed in that parking garage. I think it was a mixture of the both. Like, I feel like he was there to kill him, but seeing him actually smashing Tasha, like, took him over the edge. But what bothered me was, it was hard to tell if he actually killed him or not.
Are you when it comes to killing? No, I mean, he's dead.
I mean, well, the producer had said that, but what I'm saying is, while watching the episode, I wasn't sure if he actually killed him or he just knocked him out. Like, because he only choked him out, so he could have like just only like put him to sleep.
I don't want to throw like race into this, but I'm pretty sure that we're like black people aren't the only people that watch this show, and I don't think that most other races talk about putting someone to sleep as in just knocking someone out and leaving them there. Like, I don't think people talk about that. I think the goal was just to show that people are either dead or alive. I don't think that, and there has been no track record that has shown them doing something to someone to have them in a position, except once with Tyreek, putting them in a position where they're not dead, but we have essentially knocked them out. Other than that, the consistency with Ghost or Tommy has been you're either dead or alive.
Well, see, the thing that bothers me about Silver dying is if he truly didn't, he did kill him. First off, where's the finger gonna be pointed at first? Like, we know exactly who killed him.
Well, the first thing I said was, "There's cameras in parking garages." Like, that's the first thing.
I mean, maybe they're in one of the parking garages in America that doesn't have a camera. So I mean, I don't know.
The more that they try to clean up the mess, the bigger they make the mess.
True that.
It's like they're mopping the floor with dirty water.
And I'm glad you said that, because the theme of this episode seemed to be was, me and you, we're gonna work together, but someone else is gonna be.
We can't save them all.
Exactly. Basically, it's like. It was Ghost and Angela, but if Ghost and Angela had to work, then Tommy would have to go down for it. It's Tommy and Tasha, then Angela has to go down. And it's
Tommy and Keisha. She trying to get Ghost and Tasha.
Tommy and Keisha, Ghost and Tasha gonna be gone, which Angela's probably gonna go down next with them. It's just like, it's a lot of, we're gonna work together, but people around us
somebody has to lose.
Someone has to, exactly. And I think if we take away the fact that Angela got shot, the big four would have probably gotten away. Like Ghost and Angela, Tasha, Tommy, they all probably would have got away. But Angela got shot.
Well, the one time that I feel like they truly should be trusting Angela has been this season.
Yeah.
And it's like they're all so skeptical of each other because what we have seen consistently through this season is that even though I say I'm doing one thing, I still have my own agenda.
Yeah.
And so everybody is skeptical of each other because they're all trying to help each other, but they're also more so trying to help themselves individually. Everybody, not just Angela, not just Ghost, everybody, including even Tyreek. Everybody is focused on how do I make sure that I'm good. Mm-hmm. So I think it sucks to see that because they should trust her right now.
But on that point, of course they can't see what we're seeing. Angela has probably been the one person that has had the least amount of I'm working for myself. Like, Angela may be working with them to save her job, but at the end of the day, helping them helps her. It's not like...
Absolutely.
It's not like... Let me rephrase. Helping them helps her, but also helping them is hurting her, because she could easily just go to her boss and say, yeah, it was them three.
Yeah, she could have did that a long time ago.
Exactly.
And I have to worry about being in any mess.
Exactly. And so it's looking to me as if though, I mean, of course, Ghost, Tasha, and Tommy can't see what we're seeing because they don't see what she's doing at work. But what it looks like to me is she's the least out of all of them. Maybe her and maybe Tommy, because Tommy seemed like he was just kind of awestruck with being with her father. But definitely Ghost, definitely Tasha are working. Tasha, whether she's trying to get her kids and like F Ghost, he's gone. Ghost he's working for himself, period. He's like, fuck Tasha, fuck the kids, fuck Angela, fuck Tommy. And Angela kind of came in the middle of the season like, oh, we're here. I'm here for Angela now. So it's kind of hard because, I mean, they can't see what we're seeing. So,
what I found interesting was, I feel like as many shows as there are, and it's like classic textbook that as an investigator or detective or whatever it is, if my job is to get someone to talk,
mm-hmm.
It is classic for me to make you feel like you are one deep, by yourself, alone. Mm-hmm. Someone has already flipped on you, mm-hmm. even though I haven't even spoken to anybody or that person still hasn't talked. Mm-hmm. Like everything, that's classic textbook. And maybe it's one of those things that's like you don't know what you would do until you're there. Mm-hmm. But literally, Mock, he called him Ball Sacks. I thought that was so funny.
It was hilarious.
Mock and Sacks, all of them all of them, it's only two of them. Both of them have done the classic textbook thing. I'm going to tell you this, mm-hmm. and this might happen, mm-hmm. or it might not. You have to pay attention to what they're emphasizing and what they're saying. Like, mm-hmm. I might do this for you, I might not. Mm-hmm. And the reality is you don't know what anybody has said. Y'all have been working together. So the fact that all it takes is that little moment for them to like put a cut, I guess, in your faith in the other person. Like, I just found that funny because I was like, dang, like, here goes Tommy. He always wants to see red.
Yeah.
Because all it took was that one little thing, but you don't know how long they've been working with your dad.
Yeah.
It took that one little piece.
You didn't hear the whole audio. It's one little sentence.
You didn't hear what they said to him.
Exactly.
You didn't hear the fact of the matter is that they were trying to get you, and the reality is that no, he did not decide to go ahead and go through with it. But at the beginning, he was definitely snitching on you.
And you don't even know if they didn't coerce him into saying that, just to say it, just to have that for you. Like,
because he heard one little slither. He don't know when that was, and he ran with it because he definitely was snitching on Tommy at the beginning.
Which goes back to definitely. Which goes back to what I said at the beginning, where it's like you're being that person. Like I tell you 1,000 times, but as soon as you hear it from someone else, you freak. Like he did it with Holly. He did it with his dad.
Tracy.
He just it's just Tommy. Like when it comes to things you want to do, you're not as smart as Ghost. You're not as smart as Tasha. You're literally the idiot in the room. Like you're like I think it was a pretty good allegory when they're in class and she's writing on that board and he's the nigga that's making notes in class while everybody's paying attention. That's who you are. Mm-hmm. Like you're.
His problem solving skills is equivalent to just kill somebody.
Yeah, he's about to end Keisha.
A bigger mess. He's about to kill Keisha. It just creates a bigger mess. But I'm like, you guys have been dealing with the loss long enough that you should know their job is to come in and mess with your head.
Yeah, man.
And then you find out that that person never said anything. Like, how many shows are there where it's like they're in one room, this person won't speak, so they go to the next room, they're like, hey, they just ratted on you. They just said you did all of this.
It's part of it's a part. It's kind of like economics. It's called game theory, where it's literally like playing a game. Like you tell this one person, if me and you don't say anything, we both get the equal amount of time in jail. If I say something and you don't say something, we both. I don't get any time. You take double the time that we would have got together. And if we both rat on each other, I think we both get the original amount of time. Something like that. I can't remember. I took this class in college, and this was like 10 years ago. No, probably like 8 years ago. Doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is, the whole thing is they're trying to get you to, in this game, get you to not do what's beneficial for the two people. Because if me and you both agree not to say anything, the chances are we're not going to get any time because we didn't say anything. I can't remember what I know. I worded it bad because I took this class a long time ago. But it's like if neither one of us say anything, nobody gets any time. Period. But the fact of the matter is, you don't know if I didn't say anything or if you didn't say anything. It's just like I'm running on the gamble of if I say something, if I don't say something and you said something, I'm taking 10 years. But if me and you both equally don't say nothing, we might only get 2 years apiece. But some people really would much rather get 0 years and their friend go for 10 versus me and you get 2 years. So
right. No, and I understand that, which is going back to why I said it's classic textbook. But the point that I was trying to make was that just like how I just said, like if we're in 2 separate rooms and then they come and they're like, yeah, well, Mia just ratted on you. So the reality is if I just ratted and I just gave you a confession, you wouldn't be coming back to Chris's room to say, oh, Mia just told on you, so now what are you going to do? You would have been arresting him.
Well, see, here's the thing. They're going to tell you that because you can rat on me all day, but you could be lying. If they get me to say something and that implicates you now, and that now gives them a bigger case, then, you know.
I understand that.
So they want to give you your opportunity to do it.
And I understand that because I took law in high school. But the point I'm making is that moment is all it took for you to stop being logical and thinking, and then you just like go into a panic. Because point is, that's all it takes for someone to bring you in. For someone to bring you in is for one person to say, I saw this person do it. Mm-hmm. That's all it takes for someone to bring you in. You wouldn't still be just questioning me if that was the case. But the point I'm making is that that's all it took for them to stop trusting each other.
Well, here's the thing. What bothers me is you told Keisha, like, literally don't say anything. And you can't see, like, you, so the point I'm making is, you told Keisha not to say anything, which tells me that you know not to say anything to the cops because the cops are going to twist you up. How did you get twisted up?
And then the moment that he came and gave you one little piece of something,
how did you get twisted up?
You didn't even decide to find out how he got that, where he got it from.
If it's real,
if it was even a call between him and him, if it was a call that he had tapped,
what they're talking about,
anything.
You don't know the context of this. It's just.
And at the same time, it didn't matter. The moment that he tried to get your friend in trouble, you were going to be in trouble too.
Also, I want to rant about the fact that the people at the beginning of the season that I wanted to die are all still living. Tyreek, Tasha,
here you go.
Freaking Angela, because we don't know if she's dead or not, but it's a good chance she's alive. And freaking Dre. How the fuck did Dre get away? Like, Dre is the coldest nigga in the history of cold niggas. Like, at the beginning of the episode, he's smashing his baby mama. They send 2 cartel assassins who we have seen throughout throughout the show, throughout history and life. Them niggas is pretty cold. How is it they couldn't kill this dude when it was 2 on 1 and maybe a half because the girl was pretty. She was pretty alright. She was pretty down for the cause.
She helped.
But they were ass naked, and you have the nerve to not be able to kill them. Like, I don't get that. But yeah, with Dre, like, he gets away from those 2 guys, and then when he's in the parking garage, what was that, like, under a bridge? What were they, like, some type of...
It looked like some...
warehouse, maybe?
Warehouse.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck it was. It's something with a window, at least.
It looked like something that's abandoned.
Okay, abandoned building. We'll go with that. And it was like, what? Maybe you said about 6 people ran in there? Because a couple of them died, like 5 were left.
It couldn't have been 6 people that ran there because 6 people left.
Yeah, so it was a few people went in there. We'll say...
Let's go 12.
Okay, we'll go 12. 10 for the sake of conversation, because a couple people died. How is it that y'all had to drop on him, and he still made it? Like, how is this? He's a freaking weasel. How does he keep still alive?
And remember when they were supposed to get him when Tyreek had sent that text, and he's still in.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. This dude is the, like, I hate Tyreek so much, but at least Tyreek has not had a moment where it's like, how the hell did this nigga get out of it? Dre has multiple times done this. How does he keep doing it? It's like, Y'all want Dre to be alive? Why? We don't like him. Kill him.
Because his character's not done.
I feel like this is you probably don't understand this one as much as I would, and I'm sorry for people that are watching this, they probably don't understand this either. But it's like watching WWE.
Well, then why say it?
Because I need to say it. It's a rant. WWE. They know their fans want one thing. They're like, fuck it, we'll give you something else and you're gonna like it. It's a difference between.
Okay, well I do understand that because you say it all the time.
It's a difference between doing something for like keeping someone around to be a villain. Like it's the difference between being a villain and being annoying. Like and I think Power is doing a fine line with Dre.
You think Dre's being annoying at this point?
No, that was what I'm saying. Dre, it's a fine line. They're doing a good job, but it's going to get annoying to the point where it's like, okay, really? Y'all just keep finding ways for him to get out. Now, Tyreek, he's not really a villain. He's just annoying. He's on the annoying side. It's just like, you have no reason to be a villain. At least with Dre, we can see why he would want to be a villain. He has a daughter. He's been trying to climb out of the life that he's been in. Tyreek has no reason outside of the fact is my mom and my dad, they lied to me. So it's just like I don't know. Come back to me. I'm just distraught on the fact that Dre is still alive. And Tyreek for that matter. And Tasha for that matter.
At this point, it seems that Mock and Sax have went to everybody affiliated in some sort of way with these people, because he even went to Angela's sister.
Right.
And even then, Angela was like, you have to trust me. And her sister, for the life of her, is like, I don't know why you keep trying to deal with this guy. Angela's still not even sure why she's trying to deal with this guy.
He's sexy. Look at that beard.
I'm sorry, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. Not to be in something this deep, and she's like the complete opposite end of the spectrum of what her job is.
For either one of them, like for Ghost or for Angela, like I don't, just because y'all loved each other in high school does not mean that it's not like we knew each other in high school. But we both dated people from high school.
Never stopped loving her though.
Well, that doesn't mean shit. Like we both dated people from high school, and let's pretend like you indulge me. If you still love your ex, and he got you arrested.
Keep going.
He got okay. You love me. What if today I do something to get you to possibly lose your job and you get arrested? You still gonna be like, well, I still like Chris.
No, bro, you got to go.
So
because you're toxic.
So not only has Angela sent Ghost to jail, Ghost has put Angela's job in risk. Angela has ruined Ghost's family. Like
it doesn't mean that kind of love doesn't exist. I mean, no shade, but look at Bobby and Whitney. They were toxic to each other.
Yeah, but that's because they were on drugs.
But it doesn't matter. That even they're toxic to each other, and that kind of love exists where people, they don't want to let go, even though they see all the red flags and the stop signs, red signs.
I don't think
the black signs.
I don't think Bobby was ruining Whitney's career as much as Whitney probably ruined Bobby's.
I'm not even talking career. I'm talking person. They're toxic to each other as a person.
Let's
not
get into
even
that.
A career.
Just take Power out for a moment. Let's get into that. Who do you think was more? What's the opposite of beneficial?
Wait, what do you mean? Let's take Power. This is a power table.
I know. But I just want to stay because I just wanted to make sure I got this, because I just said Bobby was more detrimental. That's the opposite of beneficial. Detrimental to Whitney. What do you think was more detrimental, Whitney or Bobby, to each other? Because according to Bobby, Whitney got him back on the drugs, or deeper into drugs. But
I think they were toxic to each other.
But Whitney was America's sweetheart, and she was dating, quote unquote, some thug from Boston.
Okay.
So, who do you think was more detrimental if you just...
I think they were detrimental to each other. Well, because you're only talking about the career. I'm talking about who they were to each other.
Well,
I can give
that's what I'm talking about, the career, though. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't care about that, because that's not what I'm talking about.
That's fine, but for the sake of this question, what do you think was more...
I still think that they were detrimental to each other equally.
Obviously, but...
I just answered it. I said I think they were detrimental to each other equally. No, I think they were detrimental to each other equally. And that's my stamp right there. I think they were equally detrimental to each other.
Anyway, back to Power. I think, all in all, this episode was basically trying to set people against each other. Like it was so many times where it was me and you, and then me and this other person, and then these two people are together. It's just like y'all are trying so hard to just put everybody against each other, and I think we started seeing a lot of chinks in the armor because.
Wait, before you go too far, you said they were trying so hard to put everybody against each other. The only person I felt that was truly trying to turn everybody against each other that was within that was Proctor and Tate. Because I don't think that the other ones were trying to turn each other against each other as much as each of them felt differently about, like, oh, I don't know if I can trust this person. The Proctor and Tate were the only two I felt that was actually going to someone and saying, you need to turn against this person. Does that make sense?
I get what you're saying.
Like, I don't think that Tommy or Tasha, like that moment in Angela's apartment, I don't think that they told each other, other than we need that note, but I don't think they told each other, like, you know what, I don't know if you're trusting her, but you better stop. But Tate told him, you better do this because this. And Proctor
Tate told
him,
who?
told Ghost
Okay.
at the groundbreaking ceremony. And then Proctor told him at the club multiple times, you better do this because Angela, blah, blah, blah.
And don't forget about old boy told
and I guess Tasha also told Silver, you better do
and
this.
Don't forget about
but I don't think that the main
Angela's
four,
sister.
But I don't think the main four had been telling each other.
No. But I was saying I think that there was a lot of outside sources out of the big four that were trying to get them to turn, like, and even like people that are kind of in the know, like Keisha was trying to get them to do something.
Yeah, then I agree with that.
And I think at some point I want to know where Tyreek was at the end of the, like, I feel like his story, he didn't get a very good conclusion to his story for the season.
I think it needed to dissolve for this moment because I don't see where he fit in any of this.
He didn't fit in this, but the question is where do we go from here with Tyreek? Because we know Kanan's dead. We know that he caused Kanan's death, for lack of a better word.
Well, I'm sure we can agree that was purposely done. They cliffhangered you on if Angela's dead. They cliffhangered you on is Tyreek officially now in the business.
A bigger scumbag than what he already is. We don't know where Ghost and Tasha gonna land because. We know good and damn well Tasha gonna know that Ghost killed Silver. We gonna know good and damn well Tasha not gonna leave him.
If I believe if Tasha actually still wants to be with Silver or not,
I don't think
because
so.
She was mean to him, but then she was like okay, and then she tells Ghost like, no, I'm not gonna leave to go be with Silver, but then maybe she's just really acting well.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Silver leaving on her like that that's really like, because. Let's be real. Of the guys that Tasha has been head over heels for, they all disappeared. Old boy, the driver, Silver, Sean, Silver. Tasha busts her pussy over for anybody that gives her attention.
Oh my God, that's not true. Slow down.
Come on, man. Let's be real. She's a hoe. And deserves to die. She's a roach. Angela's a roach. Tommy's a roach. And for his, sake of the conversation, when you think about it, Ghost is kind of a roach too. There is no good guy on this show. Like, I know Ghost is set up as the protagonist, but Ghost in this season has not done anything, in my opinion, that makes me think that you are the person that we need to really look at. And I think when you say was, who are you gonna say was?
Raina.
Fuck Raina. I think
what
the
did
person.
She do?
She didn't do nothing. That's the thing. She hasn't done anything.
I was just.
You saying like she's not a bad person?
I was just pointing out the one good guy that we had ended up being the one that got killed.
Now what if we said, let's think about this. Is Kanan truly a bad person in this whole situation? But think about it.
Yes.
Think about it.
Yes.
Outside the fact that he was a drug dealer.
And kidnapper.
No. Let's not forget why he did it though.
It doesn't
now
matter
imagine. Yes, it does. It does.
I'm pretty sure real kidnappers in real life got reasons why they do it too.
But this one is different because think about it. Kanan went to jail because somebody that he taught everything he knew, and his wife, who wanted more. They both had higher aspirations to do more and build up. Sent him to jail. He trusted them. So when he gets out of jail, if you really think about it, yeah, Ghost and Tasha were set up as the protagonists of the show at the beginning of the show, but that act alone, like, I've never been to jail before, but in my opinion, jail is probably the worst place you can go. And you send me to the worst place you can possibly be at, just so you and your wife can build up and I taught you everything I knew and I put you on and that's what you do, oh yeah, there's gonna be some repercussions. Now,
Okay, so then just kill Ghost.
nah, it's not that easy. I kill Ghost, I don't have where am I gonna get money at?
The same way he was planning on doing what he was doing anyways,
Well,
taking
nah.
over Tommy's operation.
Yeah, but you can't just, so, yeah, I go kill Ghost, I get out of jail, I kill Ghost. Now I got 50 people looking, I gotta look over my shoulder because 50 people trying to kill me. Because Ghost got people. So I'm just gonna, see, that's that Tommy shit. You go and you do something, just kill somebody just to do it.
No,
now you gotta
I'm
think of the
still
plan.
sticking to what I said because exactly what he was doing now, trying to get in good with them, blah, 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 blah. He could have came home and did that off the rip. He didn't have to, because then they didn't fully trust him.
He did come home and was cool with them at first.
So then they didn't fully trust him because of what he did with Tyreek. So he could have came home, got in good, made sure to like, oh, y'all can trust me, blah, blah, blah. Do whatever it takes to get their trust. And then he could have took off the operation and killed Ghost. You kidnapping somebody's kid, yeah, you're still a bad guy.
Do you remember why he kidnapped his kid?
I don't care why he did it.
He did it because Ghost lit him on fire, stabbed him, and left him to die. That was after.
And why did that happen?
Because Ghost found out that it sounds like the garage is over there. Found out that Kanan wasn't there to just be cool with him. He was gonna try and take over his operation, due to the fact that Ghost put him in prison. So
Kanan's still a bad guy.
I mean, obviously he's a bad guy. He kills people, but in the sake of
You said, is Kanan really bad guy?
I'm saying, like, is he really the antagonist? When you think about it, you kind of put him in that. You created your own bad guy. So I think Kanan. Me personally, I think Kanan. Of everybody on this show, has like the best plan. First of all, but I think of everybody on the show.
Now, was he smart? Absolutely.
Yeah, but I think Kanan was like the most. He had the most. The motivations of what he was doing made the most sense. Let's put it that way. Like, I understand why Kanan would want to kill Ghost and Tasha and Tommy to an extent. I understand why. Like, I understand why he had to go and kidnap Tyreek and try and mess up Ghost's life, because he tried doing it the other way, it didn't work. So now you have to do another angle, and that's by getting his kid and messing him up that way. Because it's like, if I know I can't penetrate this part, I have to go somewhere else, and that's building your son to become the new you. Which, when you think about it, what's worse, me dying or me having to suffer seeing my son being somebody that I don't want my son to be? If I die now, I have no worries. But the fact that my son is now a piece of shit and I have to see that every single day, what would be worse
so
to happen?
It definitely sounds like you just made Kanan be a bad guy. Because everything you just laid out.
I understand Kanan's overall motivations make the most sense. Ghost, his motivations at one point was, let me build this for my family, for my wife, my kids. That's fine.
So let me ask you this. Do you feel like everybody is pretty much a bad guy and then there's just some who are badder? Is that what you're trying to say right now?
I think, this is what I'm saying. I'm thinking, at first, Ghost's whole plan was, I'm doing something legal, but I'm trying to go legit. And I'm doing it for my wife, to keep my wife happy, keep my kids in good schools, make sure we have a perfect family. And for Tommy, for a certain extent, because I see him as a brother. But then here comes Angela, and you forget about all that to start dating some girl that you may or may not have loved since high school or whatever. You ain't seen the hoe in like 20 years.
Oh my
and
God.
All of a sudden, she comes back, and you're just so awestruck with this girl.
But does that not feel realistic to you?
No.
That doesn't feel realistic to you that, like, sometimes people feel like, oh, well, let me find out the grass is greener on the other side.
That's
or
realistic.
Would have been or could have been. And
that's realistic, but I don't think it's realistic to know that what you're doing, like what your job is versus what her job is realistic in thinking, like, I can make this work.
I think that he thought he was going to be able to keep it a secret, especially because he was trying to go legit.
Well,
I thought he would be able to. He thought he would be able to get it.
And that's what takes Tasha, in my opinion, from not being a good person because Ghost was trying to go legit. Tasha wanted to put an end to it. So that's why I think, like, come on, Tasha. That's what bothers me most about Tasha.
If Tasha didn't try to put it into it, we wouldn't have had a show. Season would have been over.
I guess they could have. It's like his sins from the past could have kept coming back. But
like a show where it's full of him being legit and Tommy being the sole main character.
No, but I think that he could have went legit. However, things from his past keep coming up. Like, I mean, basically what they've already been doing. Tommy comes back and fucks stuff up. Kanan is fucking stuff up. People like old girl, if we didn't mention this, old girl from the very first episode comes back.
Yeah, I was glad they finally cycled her back in because I was like, she
was there last season.
Some importance because she even said she recognized who it was.
Yeah.
So.
But the problem is
But I'm mad that Angela got shot before he could know who it was. She didn't tell him.
Yes.
They were too busy.
Because I don't think she knew.
Yes, she does.
Does she know?
She knows exactly who it is because her lawyer.
Oh yeah, the lawyer told her. The lawyer told her. Yeah, you sure right.
She knows exactly who it was, but she was too busy. Like, well, you're not telling me the truth. And time's up. And then, I love you and let me kiss you and blah blah blah. Okay. So she got shot and wasn't able to tell him who to watch his back for.
In that moment, Ghost had a moment of like, you know what? I need to tell her everything, but he lied to her in that moment too.
Mm-hmm. He did.
I don't know. This whole season, everything about power,
roller coasters.
It messed my mind up. I'm stressed out. I took my glasses off. I don't got much more to say. I want to be philosophical about the show, but I can't. A lot of these people suck. Tasha Harris, weave still trash. Let us know how you felt about Power in the description. Season 5, crazy season. A lot of stuff happened. You have anything else you want to say? Good, because I want to go. Let's go get some barbecue. I'm stressed out.
What? Well, I do want to see what's going to happen next season with Dre because now he's going into witness protection.
Yeah.
So I do want to see if he's about to be a character that's prevalent, or did they write him off because he's about to be in some movies, or what's going on. So I do want to see what's going to happen with him.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to see what's going to happen with Angela now that she's in hospital. They're going to postpone stuff because I'm pretty sure she's not dead.
Yeah.
I also want to see what's going to happen with this girl because Ghost now does not know who the girl is. I also want to see what's going to happen between Tasha and Ghost because he killed Silver, and they're going to find that body, which is going to then bring them back to him again. And I want to know what's going to happen between Ghost and Tommy. He killed Silver,
and Tommy was sent to kill Angela by Tasha. So both their side pieces was
true. And I want to know what's going to happen between Ghost and Tommy. And I want to know if Tommy's about to lead Spank. Whoever that was that gave Dre the bulletproof.
Yeah, it's Spank and so he has a goofy name. The glasses. I
want to see all of that.
So that was the table rant. Let us know what you think in the comments. I'm for real about that barbecue though. I'm freaking hungry.